and How the Mirror Life. I'm Dervin here with my co-host Nate. Man, this week's been wild. From Thomas Pinal having a controversial match, John Jones trolling him, Frank Mir coming back from a spinal surgery, and we have also Mackenzie Dern this weekend having a matchup. She won the championship. How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good. How are you?
Doing good, man. Trying to enjoy a little bit of brewski during the Oktoberfest.
Getting towards the holidays.
Yes, sir. Let's try to make a trying to make a drinking game. Every time I say like, I have to take a sip. I'll be out of beer by the end of the night. Yeah. The this week, man. Um since we will usually talk more about jiu-jitsu, Mackenzie Dern winning UFC title. She is the second Brazilian to ever win ADCC, BJJF, Gi World Championship, and also the UFC title after Fabrice Verdun.
Yeah, she's quite decorated at this point.
Yes.
I didn't see the match. Was there much grappling involved, or was it mostly striking?
What I saw the highlights, she won more the striking,
Mm-hmm.
and she was able like she talked about how she was looking for her to get it taken down. She was to dominate better in the on the ground game
Mm-hmm.
than Jandiroba. Well, bang, her face was pummeled. She was leaking. Her eye was leaking.
Yes, I did see that. It's good to see that she can diversify. I feel like previously that was one thing that she wasn't the best at. Um, but the fact that, I mean, Johnny Robo was no joke at all. And the fact that Mackenzie could, stand up and strike with her, I feel like that says good things.
Usually, the initial block between grapplers and going to MMA is getting punched when you're trying to strike. It's
Hmm.
afraid of getting into that distance. Same thing that when we're in jiu-jitsu, we afraid of closer distance. Somebody grabs your lapel or grabs your sleeve, and you're like, "What do you do from there?" And you just deers in the headlight, trying to grab their lapel, but without them grabbing your lapel at the same time.
Hmm.
So, but once you get comfortable in the exchange, you're able to find other entries or other attacks or defend the attacks.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Congrats to Mackenzie, though. I mean, she's been in the UFC for quite a long time, but she hasn't been the most active, has she?
She has been as consistent as far as like winning. She has been winning some, losing some,
Yeah.
including like some of them like game her game as far as like grappling. She has lost some matches due to grappling aspect of the game.
Hmm.
But that doesn't seem like it was going to be questionable against Yadro. But she's able to put a game plan together for this a match and be able to evolve from being a BJ specialist to well-rounded MMA fighter. I hate to be shitty about it, but her baby daddy is pretty happy about her winning the title because remember she pays the alimony.
Hmm.
He's like,
Oh, I
ching
do.
ching. Oh man, what a
Yeah, he's
shit
cheering
bag.
harder than anybody.
Yeah, yeah. My guess is their shirt on. Yes, yes. He got a raise.
Yeah.
um, and also like she's a mother too, and she is pretty sweet. Whenever she's like her daughter came into the octagon, and she had put the strap around her daughter. She
Mm.
won. And later on, she had an interview with Michael Bisping, and she was talking about her daughter, meeting some of her the kids within the playground. She's like, "Mama, Mama fights in the UFC." Like she's
Yes.
a proud kid, which is a different aspect as far as mental game, being a mother and then being a fighter at the same time.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
It may
I,
have there's a balance of war and love at the same time.
hmm the combined stress and the very different stresses, I that would be, yeah, that's quite a challenge, I imagine.
Yeah. Do you think you this championship run will inspire other women to cross train in combat sports?
Um, hmm, that's a good question. I'm not sure. I
Yeah,
mean,
because I'm usually who was it? Kendall talk about, remember, CGI, a woman that need to get paid more and stuff like that.
yeah,
But instead of like worrying about getting paid more exposure would be better, more competition available.
mhm,
Because more likely you'll be able to compete. The more compete, the more exposure, more be able to get the money's gonna come. I mean, what's does say cream rises to the top.
right, yeah,
So the more competition you get, more likely in more exposure you get. Like Mackenzie Dern, she's been lucky because of that. As what Megaton? That's her dad's name.
hmm,
It's a jiu-jitsu legend as
yep,
well, and that's the exposure that she having that from her dad alone, and being competing since she was little, and she was going against big names. I mean, and big people like Gabby Garcia, uh,
yeah,
beating her. Um, and she had been competing for so long and be able to do that transition into a different sport, and also being in sport for so long and dominate actually opened doors for her to go to a different sport.
mhm,
Because so many times you be dominant in one sport, they like, I'll try something else.
true, yeah, yeah. I do wonder, like, yeah, her focus has been on MMA for a long time now. Um, it, I mean, it was interesting. The last CJI, I think it was.
Yes,
Not the last
last
one,
year.
the CGA, the first one, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Her against Fiona. I mean, Fiona kind of dominated her there, but um, Mackenzie's focus has been on MMA for a long time. So it's good to see, like, now she can strike as well. She's got that going for her. No slouch with the jiu-jitsu at all. She's very good there. So, yeah, I mean, that's good to see that her resume is filled.
Yeah. I wonder if she has she done any super matches like for UFC Fight Pass or any of those.
That's a good question. Not that I know of, but I mean, it's
Uh,
possible.
Yeah, the last one I remember was down with Fiona Davis, but I don't know if
Yeah.
she had done any of those Fight Pass like invitational.
Hmm. I don't know.
No, because that's another way you can compete too. I mean, you're
Yeah.
under the UFC umbrella already. You're out
Right.
UFC athlete. You don't have any match. A lot of people having issues. Well, a lot of fighters are having issues with getting match up. If you don't get matchups in MMA, you're under the UFC umbrella. You can still compete on the invitational
Hmm.
or UFC Fight Pass for your grappling partner. And it's a way to staying active and also evolve in a certain aspect of your game, just like um, Demetrius Johnson did back in the day. He used to just focus on either kickboxing or the jiu-jitsu part and just sign up for those type of events, so able to get
Hmm.
better at that part of the game and without having so much danger of the other aspect of getting kicked while going for a takedown. Just like focus on those like pure sport or
Hmm.
pure competition.
Yeah. Uh Definitely, yeah. I mean, I would imagine that would definitely help hone your specific skills. I haven't seen a massive amount of UFC people attending the UFC fight passes though.
No, haven't. I think I remember he had one with Benson Henderson, but that was a UFC fight pass. It was a different
Hmm.
promotion. I think it was a Russian promotion. Um, I don't know. Patty Pimley, he said he's having issues getting a match too.
Hmm.
I don't know if he was willing to do a grappling match.
Yeah.
Um, who else? Well, Sean, Chico Sean O'Malley. Oh
Yep.
well, Bryce Mitchell. He did one recently in the EBI. I remember the kid that caught him in the leg lock
Hmm.
in the like within the first 2 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I think it's like 48 seconds. That's what the kid caught him in the leg lock
Yeah.
in grappling.
Yeah. It is interesting to see, and I almost feel like it's becoming more and more of a thing that it's harder to be full time in UFC and be at the top level of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like I feel like in the past people were doing it fairly frequently, but
Hmm.
now I feel like you're starting to see a lot more of um, just grappling in general evolving so fast. I think it's hard to keep up when you have to train other things as well.
Yeah, I agree. Because back in the day, you used to see a lot of guys like Chris Wyman, Charles Sonnen, Diego Lopez. He went against Marcelo Garcia, ADCC,
Hmm.
and all the guys, Jeff Monson against Joko Willing, ADCC, and all the guys. They used to be like top of the MMA game
Hmm.
because of the aspect of training with MMA. It's a high pace and they do a lot of different training pace and technique. But now the grappling have adopted that part of passing the game for the drilling into just the grappling part instead of like taking the MMA part, having the MMA approach for training, but applying it to grappling, and that's why the game half evolved. So whenever MMA fighters want to come into the grappling part, that game is hard for them. It
Hmm.
has them
Yeah.
like Bryce Mitchell because Bryce Mitchell is nasty when it comes to the grappling and MMA, but he if you like start low slow pace against somebody in a grappling match, you were behind the ball. It's hard to catch up,
Yes. Yeah. For sure.
especially in the leg lock part.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking that the who is it? There's a guy in the UFC, I believe, that just got like his third straight win with the heel hook, something like that. Like he's starting to rack up heel hook wins. I thought it was UFC.
Really,
Let's see. Walter Walker is coming up. Yeah, recently secured his fourth consecutive heel hook victory at UFC 321, tying the record for the most in a row.
he's a heavyweight.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
scary for the poor heavyweights.
Yeah, because the legs is the farthest part from their head for coordination too,
Hmm.
for them to try to defend.
Yeah,
If they
you
roll
put
the
a
wrong
lot
way,
of coverage with those long limbs.
hmm it's a lot of torque.
Yep.
And that's scary. He is 6'6".
Dang, that's a big boy.
Oh, he hit that last one of a cigar. The guy was defending a cigar. He sat back and got an outside heel hook. That's how he got it. UFC 321.
Dang.
The off cigar. The guy I mean, he was on top. The guy, I think, with ham guard, cigar, and
Hmm.
sat back, exposed the heel, that secured the hip,
That's cool
game
to
over.
see. The big boy's good at grappling in the UFC. That's rare.
Yeah, because usually they get punched if you get it wrong.
Hmm.
And
Punch
that's a big,
hard in that one.
heavy punches. But I wonder how far he can go.
I mean,
Um,
cool to see. I mean, he's 15-1, so he's got a very good record.
mhm. Tafa Mays says Shugwo in Sutherland. That's what he had. Three of them have been in this year: February, July, and
Wow.
October. Three out
It's
of
strange
four.
I haven't heard about this guy. I really
Mm-hmm.
don't know Walter Walker.
Oof. I see another one that he hit it off a he full guard. Okay, he had the bag. He had the bag, sat back. He went outside Sinkaku and then inside heel hook to rip the knee. That was a tough one. I used to hit that one to go for the knee bar instead of going for the heel hook back in the
Hmm.
day. Well, now it's more dangerous to do the heel hook though because you have outside Sinkaku, you secure the hip so much and you able to get some leverage to elevate the foot of the man. And
Hmm.
I go against guys and man, it's a freaking nightmare trying to um escape out of that. Once if you
Yeah.
go too far, And if you don't have no weight on that foot, you have to keep the weight on the foot. Otherwise, your hip comes up and then game over
Yeah.
on that. Especially the foot is on the inside instead of the outside. It's hard to defend it.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Hmm.
What I started doing recently is when people pull Ashy, Garmy, I in the switch to Asasai Sinkaku. I just pass the knee that's between my legs to the outside and try to squat down, put the foot down, keep it down. Or trying
Hmm.
to drag as much as I can my knee
Yep.
down
Yep.
and try to grab the head to be able to push the legs away from me as a pass, like kind of like pass a guard, but have the legs, leg between the leg and trying to sprawl down as I try to do like a crossface, so to separate and prevent them from doing extension on my hip.
Hmm.
Because otherwise, every time if I sit back a little bit, my foot is coming right up, and then usually going for a straight Achilles. It's hard for me to defend because my hip is getting extended.
Yeah.
I don't have long legs, anyways, and then, so there's not much thing that I'll be able to
Yes.
do from there. But if I'm able to keep my foot down instead of sitting back and trying to push on the foot on the butt, I usually put on the butt to be able to do escape. But that's when people are going for that outside heel hook. I'm able to slip my foot out of there, especially with shoes on. Boom. Now the switch started switching to Achilles. And from there I had to just try to pass that guard on the outside, do like a leg pass on the outside.
Hmm.
And from there, um trying to just squat down and trying to like do a crossfade or grab that leg or something, prevent it from turning the body away from me. And I'm sprawling to get my leg back and get to the back from there.
Yeah.
Because it is a nightmare if they wants to do outside Sinkaku.
Yeah. Hmm.
But in I think what's his name? Going right, he said doesn't recommend it's Asase Kaku for in MMA because you usually get punched a lot. In grappling, yes,
Yeah.
you can do
Yeah.
that because you have more control, and also in IBJJF it's not illegal
Right.
because there's no reaping of the knee from there. But if you do it in MMA, it's no it's not a good recommendation because you get punched a lot because you're just on the inside of your opponent and they're just gonna rain down on you. As, I think they talking about it during a fight companion with he EBI in the EBI but Edgy Brav in the fight companion they asking which is a good leg lock for you to attack for a opponent. He said rather outside Ashi or backside 50-50 because you're better control there.
Hmm.
Because you have less chance of you getting punched and also more control of ripping the knee and going for
Right.
finish
Right.
from there.
Yeah, you can keep your distance a little bit better.
Yeah, also it's good for self defense purposes too,
Yeah. Yeah.
because you don't want somebody punching you in your head against the pain pin. You bouncing your head off the
Yeah.
pavement.
True.
um,
Yeah. True. I feel like in defense, I would try to use that more as more of a transition, though. I
yes.
feel like I would not try to heel hook anybody like in a street altercation because they don't know it's hurting until it's already done, and then
Mhm.
at that point, what good does it do you? You know what I mean? You don't
Yeah.
really want to leave permanent damage most
Yeah.
of the time,
Yeah. Or you do.
or you do. Yeah.
um, I usually, if for like for self defense purposes, if I do like end up on bottom, instead of like you were saying for passing part on bottom, just go to X guard
Hmm.
and go to the back. Just
Yeah.
just like trying to like elevate, sweep, and just go to the back from there.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
Definitely. Yeah. More of a control position, something you can just dictate what happens. Keep
yeah,
an eye on everything. Yeah.
the farther your head is away from their hands punching you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you control both of the legs without him trying to stomp your head off,
Yes.
because you control the leg, that's the one thing they have to touch the ground all the time. Be easy for you to grab
Hmm.
the legs.
Hmm.
Also, you'll see a lot of people pulling guard in street fight.
That's true. For good reason.
Yeah. Um. Another thing. You're gonna go to the main event. He's a little bit disappointing. Main event.
Yeah, more than a little.
Yeah. People were booing during the match.
That I
After
believe.
the decision
Yeah,
about Aspinall because it considered a draw, no contest. So I was wondering if it was no contest, he was going to be a he lost the title, or because he was no contest, or he was a draw and then he just kept the title. That's what I was wondering how it's going to be
yeah.
for the
I
match.
would think you would keep the title, but yeah, I don't know. What did you think of the like? Obviously, it was a pretty good eye poke. I mean, I saw the pictures. What did you think of the call from Aspinall uh, trying to get out of it? Do you think he was trying to get out of it? I guess, or do you think he was actually, in the pain, in the uh, blindness that he claims?
Um, I cannot speak for him, but I'm not sure if he was because whenever you get your eye poke, have you been like something in your eye and it hurts so bad that your ears are ringing?
Yeah,
So I don't know if that was the kind of scenario that he was going through. That like I mean, you can like you especially being both eyes because one of them was a scrape and the other one was this is knuckle deep that went to his
yeah,
eye.
yeah. True.
So DC had a damage that type of whenever he went to against Mioshek, you can see his eye was like his retina was swollen
Right.
after the fight, and he like it was you look rough, but I mean I don't know if he was worried about having permanent damage, having another
Mhm.
British fighter with one eye in the UFC,
Yeah. Right.
the one that keep the legacy going for Bisping.
Yeah.
But according to his dad, he said that his vision is still not 100% back since the issue.
Yeah.
But eye injuries, I don't know how long it takes to heal despite having surgery. Because look at Pedigo, he still wears the eye patch.
Hmm.
And that happened in August, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And still healing too.
Yeah. I yeah, I don't doubt that. Yeah, it takes a long time to heal. Um, and again, I feel like that would be one of the scariest things. Like it, 100%. Like if, from my standpoint, like if I got my eye poked and I was having trouble seeing out of it all of a sudden, that in and of itself would have my full attention. You know what I mean? I couldn't fight after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Um, I know yeah, it was interesting to see multiple fighters come out and like say like that's pathetic. Like we all fought through our, eye poke injuries or whatever, but dang, I don't know,
Yeah. I don't know how because that's the other thing is the pressure in the eye too. That's the one thing that they worry about whenever they had those kind of injuries.
Hmm.
Pressure in the eye because they were afraid of losing the eye and the damage that's been to the retina. What would you think that UFC should go back to the new gloves that they were using to prevent eye pokes?
Do I think they should go back to them?
Yeah, because they were using those before UFC, before the John Jones, the Miyoshik. When John Jones came in there, he didn't like those gloves, so they changed it back to the old gloves. For the obvious
uh,
reason.
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I've also heard the point that even with those gloves, it's not getting eye poked is not just something that happens. Because one thing that, like, one fighter brought up is like, if getting poked in the eye was just something that happened in MMA, then all of us veterans would have been like, the most eye pokes. The guys who have had the most fights would have the most eye pokes.
Like Jim
But
Miller,
that's not at all the case. Was that?
like Jim Miller,
Yeah,
he's been
maybe.
fighting for a while too.
Yeah. Um, And yeah, just like bringing up the fact that it's uh, the way the fighter holds his hands, it kind of is up to the fighter to keep his hands right. So yeah, I at a certain point, I don't know how much you're gonna do to be able to actually fix the problem with better gloves. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I, I'm not sure.
Unless they do the Pride gloves. Remember the Pride gloves? The fingers are
Like the
closed.
padded on the front, yeah,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
like closed fingers
Mm,
to prevent that. Also prevent Chito Vera this weekend. He dislocated one of his fingers during the fight, and he popped it
mhm,
back in.
yeah. It sucks though from the grappling standpoint because that's
Hmm.
much harder. The
Hmm.
more you limit your hand movement with the gloves, the less effective grappling will be.
Okay, okay. Use ninja gloves. Remember those ninja gloves?
No,
They just two fingers are together. So these two are together. These two are together.
really.
So you can still be able to hand separators to be able to get you grips for grappling.
Mm,
Your thumb may you still be able to use it, and then your other four be together. And also less
mhm,
chances of you to breaking your fingers that way.
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
But you still be able to get S grip, all that kind of stuff with the other one, and prevent from your fingers bending back, breaking.
Yeah,
Because I can remember somebody block a like right overhand, bam, break your finger
yeah.
that way.
Hmm.
I told you there was a fighter that he lost his finger during the fight. He got
Yes.
in the part his finger was is still in his glove. They found
Yeah.
later when taking his wraps off.
Yeah. I saw pictures of that. I think of that one. Oh my god, dude. That's crazy.
Got milk.
Yeah.
I can imagine like putting that thing together. And what is
No.
the chance of that not breaking again?
Right? Yeah. I can't imagine it's good. Can't imagine
Because
it's ever works very well after that, you know?
because remember John Jones that happened to him against Charles Sonnen. He broke his toe.
What's toe? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, ever since he had to tape his toes whenever he goes into fight. So his toes taped together
Yeah.
because of that.
Does he have to? Or is it just trauma? Does
No,
what that
I
have to
think
be
because
done?
he has like a turf toe. That's what
Oh,
how
okay.
he broke it.
Yeah.
So he just had to tape it because I don't know how good he heals back again.
Right. Oh.
This is like a mess up tendon.
Hmm.
Um, Speaking of injuries, Framir's recovery from spinal surgery. Um, he was for those of you who don't know, Frank Mir, two-time UFC champion. Back in February 25, he woke up and he was unable to feel his leg, and his life changed in an instant. He was rushed to the HCA Healthcare Mountain View Hospital in Vegas, where surgeons performed an emergency 9 hours prior surgery to address a severe thoracic spinal cord compression. Oh,
Mm.
I mean, and then following the spinal fusion and thoracic spine laminectomy, that's what I don't know if I said that right, was a courageous journey of healing marked that determination and support. Frank worked tirelessly with Las Vegas Hospital's inpatient rehab team, and we learned basic movement like walking, sitting, and even getting in and out of a car.
Oof.
I mean, that guy, how many lives does he have? Because remember
Right?
when he was a champion, he got in a motorcycle accident, he broke his femur.
Oh, really? No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's why he lost. He vacated the title because he was able to defend it, and that's why he got hooked on painkillers back then,
Right. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. That.
coming out of the injury.
Yep.
So man, that happened now having a thoracic spine compression, my spinal cord. I
Wow.
remember seeing him like videos of him trying to do abs or anything like that, and he just like when he would engage his core, he just shaking, trying to recover.
Hmm.
Very like basic movement that he was struggling with. Um, and then he not long after that he had a boxing fight. Remember? He had a boxing fight that he got knocked out.
Yeah. Hmm.
Then who like I don't know if he was taking a who would take a match after a injury like that?
Yeah.
It was in April. Oh no, man, that's 2023. In May. That's ain't fun. So he had spinal surgery in February. He had a boxing match in May.
Wow. That's that can't be good, right?
No.
I mean,
How well are you training are you doing for boxing? And something that
right.
your neck gets jerked a lot for getting hit. And if you get knocked out, well, how you gonna land and you mess up your re-injure the injury site in which you just have surgery what 4 months
Right.
ago.
I wonder. This is recent, right? You
Yeah,
said.
it was this year. Yeah. In February that he got then he got the surgery. May he got the boxing match.
I wonder if he's afraid of getting hooked on the painkillers again. You know, maybe that's the distraction he feels like he needs.
He needs to distract on something else that's not as dangerous or like get injured again. I don't know,
Yeah.
racing cars or something like that. That just involve the car and his body getting as
Yeah.
punished as much.
Yeah.
Unless he gets taking other stuff that a lot of fighters on HGH or TRT that retire.
Hmm.
Or how much can that really speed up your recovery for something like especially a spinal injury?
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
nerves ending once they die, it's really difficult for them to regrow or
Hmm.
come back again.
Yeah. I really don't. Yeah. I don't know anything about how long spinal injuries take.
Yeah, it's some of the just especially it's a compression. Yeah, I mean he was feeling his legs, and also if it's thoracic spine. I mean he was up here was the injury, and he still wasn't able to feel his legs.
Yeah. Although maybe it being a compression is better because I imagine the compression is just like cutting flow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
maybe
exactly.
opening up that flow, maybe it does recover fast. You know,
Uh,
as
yeah,
long as it was for an extended period. But
yeah. If it's like a uh, fracture vertebrae,
right,
that'd be different than being a compression of like a wore out disc that was causing the compression
right, yeah,
of the injury. That'd be different.
hmm,
It's a fracture. Yeah, you had to yeah, what's the name? Eddie Braff. Going back to Eddie Braff, he had a titanium uh put on his vertebrae, his lumbar,
hmm,
because he's having issues back in the day. I think it was 2019 or something like that. They had
yeah,
that because he was having issues. He did recovery, and he said he was feeling well, but now he's not able to go live. He's only drills. He
mm,
doesn't go live anymore because
right,
of the back injury that he had.
mm.
See his aluminum tinfoil hat in lumbar. He has a titanium spine. TSA is looking for him whenever he goes there. Um, but that's impressive. Would you call that impressive, or do you call that uh
I
ignorant?
mean,
Going like to compete that fast.
uh, I mean, from where I sit, it looks ignorant, but maybe I don't know. Maybe the doctors were like, you know what, it won't take that long to heal.
Hmm.
Possibly. I mean, I've almost never heard of a doctor saying something like that, but
No, they should more on
possible.
the cautious side.
Exactly. Yeah.
Some of the knee injury probably is 8 months,
Yep.
and that's a knee injury. Shoulder, same thing. But elbow is probably 6 months. But a spinal, I don't know how long.
That's true as well, though. They had to do surgery, and surgery usually takes a lot out of you for a while.
Yeah, and that was a 9 hour surgery.
Yeah.
My wife, she had elbow surgery, and
Mhm.
hers was 6 hours or 4 hours, something like that.
Wow. Do joint surgeries normally take a long time?
Well, her was a broken humerus.
Okay.
and she broke the tip of her, I think, her ulna.
Hmm.
So they had to 2 plates, 12 pins and screws in the
Wow. Okay.
arm.
Ah,
So and also, luckily, it is the elbow because it's just a flex extension kind
mhm.
of joint. It's not like shoulder. You have
Oh, it's
all
a
the.
ball joint. Yeah.
It's different, just like a
Yeah.
hip. The hip is a more complicated surgery.
Hmm.
That's when they do those. They just saw off the head of the femur and they
That's
stick.
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. They just drive down the head of like the head of the femur into like a new bone and joint
Yeah.
into the hip socket. And sometimes man, I like I see why they wake up sore because all the movement in that had to do for that joint to be able to put that in place.
Hmm.
I've seen some like uh I don't know what's the name, Hansa Silva. Whenever he broke his leg, they put a rod through his leg and put uh to put it together.
Yeah.
And then whenever they take the hardware out, they had to use a kind of like a chisel and a hammer, and they had to hammer it out of place. Ding, ding to pull it out there.
Hmm.
The hardware there. Like, oh, how do you like as a freaking surgeon? How do you do that?
Right.
Because especially for 6 hours, how do you pull that? It feels like doing carpentry.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's using the same tools. That's also well, drilling stuff. Hey man, oh, it's a rough stuff.
Mm,
But that's why you get paid the big bucks.
it's true. That is true.
Have you ever had to get any surgery for injury in jiu-jitsu?
No. No.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. Yeah. For real.
Knock on wood.
No. I
um,
haven't. Never surgery in general, really.
that's good.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. I do not like that idea. Somebody opening me up. Oof. No. That doesn't
No.
sit well.
Now, what are the chances you get him re-injured that place?
Yeah.
Because your range
Yeah.
of motion would be the same after
Hmm.
recovering.
Right.
Like for my wife, I think her funny bone, her elbow nerve is still not the same since they did that surgery.
Really.
Hmm. She still don't. She feels numb right here, like
Yeah.
on the elbow point, because that's where the hardware sits.
Okay.
So,
Thanks. So she throws an elbow. She's
oh
got
yeah,
some metal in there to
oh yeah, she will fuck you up. She like
feel
a
bad.
razor
Feel
blades.
bad for you.
Oh yeah, razor blades elbow. Don't want to play basketball with her. Under the post,
Yeah.
like a what you call bullpen hammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck me up throwing elbows. Um, but oh man, and also like those things are not cheap either.
No. Nope.
Surgery. My wife, hers was $100,000
Really?
per
Yeah.
elbow. So I can imagine how like other surgeries the other people have.
Right. 9 hours to the spine.
Uh huh.
Woo.
Oh.
I imagine there's several specialists involved in that.
Yeah, especially um, thoracic. A lot of main organs are in that area.
Hmm.
Your lungs are in that area. Heart, a lot of main arteries in that
Yeah.
area. To worry
Yeah.
about. I had my ex father-in-law. He had a cervical surgery, and they had to go through here. They had to go
Really?
to the front to do maneuver around. Think, oh man, I can't. I mean, your trach is in the way.
Hmm.
I have to maneuver around there to do this kind of surgery. And then you see those.
Golly.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. He must have been sore for a while after that one.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Those thoracic, not thoracic, but the cervical.
Mm.
Then your carotids are right here.
Right. Yeah.
In the back, you have the medulla oblongata. So
Yeah.
a lot of sensitive stuff. That's your like your main plug for your hardware, your whole body,
Right.
your
Exactly.
brain.
Yeah.
You don't want to do any damage there.
Yeah.
Paralyzes you. And even worse, you can get what meningitis. That's one of the main things you worry about.
Really?
If it's infection into your spinal cord during surgery,
Okay.
you don't want that either.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oof.
imagine that would shut you down pretty quick.
Yeah, a lot of people that do get surgery, they end up having MRSA most of the time.
Yeah.
What's the name? Mark Coleman. That happened to him when he has hip surgery.
Yeah.
He had MRSA.
Yeah. I think I remember that. Yeah.
And hip is a difficult surgery because it's weight bearing, whether you're
Right.
standing, sitting, or laying down. So it's hard to keep the pressure off the hip
Yeah. Yeah.
or
And
any part.
really, how do you move anything without moving your hip? You don't.
Sitting
So,
up, you have to use your hip hinge.
hmm. Oh, yeah, that'd be horrible.
Yeah. Well, luckily, medical advance have been better, so you be able to like actually walk faster than you were before. So especially a joint, you want to like move it
Yeah.
so it won't stiffen up. And then having this surgery, you know what you need to lock up
Yeah.
in place.
It is pretty cool what they're able to do now without like cutting you open, and they just like little tiny holes, and they go in with cameras and robots.
Yeah, microscopic
Yeah,
injury.
that's
Let me see.
pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
they do that
and
with
a
NFL.
great idea.
Yeah,
So
doesn't
much
do.
less to recover from.
Yeah, because you have to take consideration the recovery you have to do for the injury itself, plus the surgery, and then plus whatever they move around whenever they did the surgery.
Hmm. Yep.
So it's
Yep.
kind of like whenever you're trying to fix your car and you move all the battery cables. So okay, the transmission is good, but the battery you don't get no power.
Yeah.
You fucked up the battery cables.
Yeah.
You have to fix the battery cables now. It, kind of the same thing with your body,
Hmm.
especially if ligaments are involved.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
a full blood flow to them after surgery, and then after that, getting full range of motion without exerting a re-injury of the joint.
Hmm.
Because that's what happened to Ryan Hall or Dominic Cruz. Remember, he took I think like 2 years, almost 3 years for him to come back and fight
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
having knee surgery. He keep getting re-injured. Um, but what do you think about his perseverance as far as Frank Mir fighting through all those injuries they had before? Broken femur.
And it's pretty crazy. He's got a lot of fight in him. Really, it's hard to imagine,
Mm.
um but I guess it's kind of what he found as like the good route for him to take. Otherwise he fell into some not so good stuff.
Yeah.
So, um if you see that as like the light at the end of the tunnel is fighting, um as a means to escape. Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, that's the right choice to make. I'm sure it's difficult,
Yeah.
but if it's that, or have a horrible life, yeah,
Yeah.
you
It
know,
helped him focus on something else other than just the recovery of the injury.
yeah, exactly.
Going back to painkillers, being hooked on other stuff,
Hmm.
and being you feel maybe lethargic or being lazy. The recovery part, but that's the thing about freaking injuries in recovery. It feels like you're being lazy, but doing little stuff for recovery. It is going the metaphorically going a step the right way, but
Hmm.
it feels like you're not pushing yourself as much as you want to. But that's what you can do so far, and that's what life is. You cannot be overexerting yourself every day. Like every practice is not going to be 100%. It's going to be you win every round. Like
Right.
sometimes just one little thing is going to be. This is what you. That's what you got better at today. One position that
Hmm.
you struggled before. Eh, the, you don't compete at worlds every day. That's the thing.
Right.
You don't wake up a world champion. You don't like brush your teeth world champion. That's the
Right.
these are like little things at the time you make to get you there. And if you get 1% better every day of the year, that's 365 times better than you did at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So just making small adjustment, even if you don't feel bump, don't take that excuse not to do get push yourself either.
Right. That, I mean, that's definitely the hard part. But and it, that's kind of the thing too. Is it's kind of like having for him like a UFC match, but like having a competition or something that you have coming up gives you a reason to do the little things. Um, I've definitely noticed for me, like if I have something I know is coming up, like a competition, it's a lot easier to hold back on the sugar, deny the sweet tooth, because you have a reason to do it. Um, and it seems like that's kind of what happened to him. Is he suddenly had a reason to uh, deny taking the drugs and the stuff that he was hooked on.
Yeah.
Uh,
And maybe he already had the match, already signed for it.
yep.
He already signed for it, and then this injury happened.
Well,
Or
that's
maybe
true as well. Yeah.
during the training camp, he saw that he had that injury,
Hmm.
and I mean, he had to take it at what it is
Yep.
to be able to show up regardless of the injury that he had. But that is impressive. Like that's something like as far as like a spinal injury, because he took a knock on that match and he fell.
Mm.
But it is impressive. What do you think about John Jones being the troll that he is, in trolling Aspinall with the duck with the eye patch after that match from this weekend?
I mean, of course he does that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, that's what I picture out of John Jones at this point. I mean, he talks a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Um, I do feel like this did somewhat discredit Aspinall a lot. Um, I feel like he lost a lot of respect in a lot of people's eyes, and not even just
Pun
because,
intended.
yeah, yeah, pun intended. Um, Not even because of the like quitting because of the eye poke, but like he wasn't dominating uh Surugan before that.
Mhm.
Um, whereas John Jones did. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things that left in question. Uh, so we'll see where that goes. It seems to me like John Jones has a better chance of coming back now, just because the division's kind of it's not nobody owns it right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
It's free for all right now.
yeah.
And John Jones known for one thing that he's known for is eye pokes. Most of his opponent. He noticed that
No.
he does a lot of eye pokes on his opponent when he goes again, he, like accidentally because he reaches a lot.
Yeah.
He reaches the last, so he sometimes he pokes on his opponent when he goes again. I was like,
After this,
oh,
Aspinall might not even want to fight him anymore.
oh man, he got that. He got a finishing move. Get on here, it's fatality.
Captain Insano
You get those big peepers taken
shows
out.
no mercy.
Fuck him up. Do you think this like his confidence as a allegedly goat crosses into his cockiness from John Jones?
No doubt. Oh
Absolutely.
yeah. 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 I mean, and rightly so to a certain point. I mean, really, you can't deny how
Yeah.
skilled he was and is, but yeah, I just wish you'd actually fight.
Yeah.
That's the yeah.
Do you think that this? No, go ahead.
Well, I mean, to me, that's the frustrating part is that he just wouldn't fight. Like his skill is undeniable. Like he may well be the goat. Um, But if you're not gonna fight, just get out. Like, stop holding things up. And that just happened for so long. It's just kind of fed up with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You think like his man games, like his confidence, that's a way for him to stay active in the combat sports since he's not competing. Run his mouth, running, being a keyboard warrior rather than a physical warrior.
Yeah.
That's a way for him to stay relevant
Mhm.
at the time.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. People can't forget him that way.
Yeah. Yeah, so he didn't have anything on Thomas Pinal before for him to attack, but now he has this as a
Right.
few.
Yeah. Yeah. Give him some good ammo for sure.
Yeah, especially somebody that likes to troll like that.
Yeah.
And he usually finds a way for him to hold of that against you to a certain extent. Just like he did with Miyoshik. He's like talking about me, you gonna kick my ass, I'm your bitch and stuff like that. Remember, he was like, you don't say that, like he found a way for Miyoshik, like that Miyoshik was talking bad about him. And he's like, dude, like calm down, like ain't saying anything like being disrespectful. Because Miyoshik's not somebody disrespectful like that.
Right.
Um but John Jones, his mind games, he gets in his own head that he's like egomaniac, that
Mhm.
he turns a feud, like take it to the next level. But now he has a some sort of a fuel to talk trash to Aspinall after this match, especially again Cyril Gane, somebody the John Jones beat decisively.
Right. Right.
That I was able to do that coming off a retirement. He was off for 2-3 years while Gano was
Mhm.
running the division, came back and decisively beat Cyril Gane
Right.
for the title.
How fast was it? It was under 30 seconds, wasn't it? Wasn't it like crazy fast?
I can't remember. I know it was in the first round, but I don't know how
Oh,
long that match was. But
I
yeah,
thought
he
that
was
was the one he came out like immediately hit him and like did a guillotine against the cage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was 2 minutes 4 seconds in the round one.
Oh wow, okay, that's quite a bit longer than I was thinking then.
Yeah.
But still, yeah,
Yeah.
still short.
Because remember he liked to circle. He had to circle, trying to close him into that back to the cage. To get him down and yeah, submit him.
Yeah.
Um yeah, like he has that against now Aspinall as far as like talking trash to him. If
Mhm.
they ever do go against each other.
Right.
Because I don't know. He tried to beat him mentally before they get to the octagon, especially. But I don't know how many man, how many matches Tom Aspinall has because his father, I think he said, talked about there's more money in boxing and they're not willing to sign a new contract with the UFC. So I don't know how many matches Tom
Right.
Aspinall has.
I think two.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild. Especially
Yeah.
as champion. Then they want to lock him in.
Hmm.
But I don't know what this will do his stock value or like his market value.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know if they'll want to lock him in at this point.
Mm-hmm. Or what they'll some another organization be able to pay for
Right.
him. Who can he fight? I mean, Tyson Fury retired. As far as heavyweights, Deontay Wilder's still there. Anthony Joshua's still there. Anthony Joshua just beat the brakes out of Ngannou, knock him out.
Hmm.
I must not be able to go against him as far as into the boxing venue.
Yeah.
That's a question for
I
why he.
mean, didn't Dana say something about a rematch between Aspinall and Cyril Gane is very interesting because he
Um,
thought Aspinall quit, or
that
at least
makes
that's what he said directly afterwards.
I haven't seen it, but that makes sense
Yeah.
because the other matches that have been like that, they have rematches. Eddie Alvarez versus Dustin Poirier.
Hmm.
That's a match like that. They did a um, rematch. Ankalaev versus I think it's Johnny Walker. They did a rematch because he was no contest as well. And there's no problem that doing a rematch, especially for a title. The only thing I don't like about that, he holds the division.
True. Yeah, that is true.
For this decision, that means a division that's no decisive. And then you have another match that was two contenders were fighting earlier in the card this weekend. That was a boring fight. Almeida versus um
Mm.
what's in the Russian?
Almeida versus
Volkov. Alexander Volkov.
okay. Yep.
Those against each other. It was a lay and pray. Almeida was just lay and pray, but Volkov was able to edge a win against him.
Hmm.
I mean, he came back the other way around because remember they thought that Volkov beat Sirogan in the match before this one. In this one, it was the other way around. It's close match, and he swing towards Volkov.
Yeah.
But it's still not a decisive number one contender
Right.
in that same division.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. It's not, and that's the thing. That's kind of why I think John Jones has more of a chance getting in now because there's nobody really exciting.
yeah, Captain Sevaho is coming in.
Yeah.
John Jones, just trying to save, especially a car. They know we're still sitting on that idea.
Mhm.
He doesn't agree, John Jones, for a being having him in the White House car because
Right.
somebody is not reliable. So many
Right.
cars they have to be canceled. The Henderson, his fight versus John Jones was canceled. The Alexander, no, what's his name? Uh, Gustafson, Alexander Gustafson. The second time they fought each other, they had to move the fight from Vegas to LA
Hmm.
because of picograms that John Jones had. That second fight versus DC UFC 200, that was a big car, was canceled because, but no, it was canceled, but he almost lost the car. That one, that's supposed to be the main event, but they moved it to DC versus Anderson Silva.
Hmm.
That's supposed to be the big car, the big fight of the night, and because of John Jones failed drug test. Those are three times that he let down the
Right.
promoter.
Right.
And now this one in a lifetime car, I don't know if he's willing to
Yeah. Yeah.
bet the house, no pun intended, on John Jones for a main event for a division that is not so active right now.
Mhm.
That mean that this will division will sort itself out eventually.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. It can be a very exciting division.
This is the baddest man in the world title for a reason,
Right. Right.
heavyweight, and it will sort itself out eventually. But it, it's still just going to take time. Doesn't take John Jones coming back for retirement to the White House
Mhm.
to like a Rock event or like a Apollo Creed situation, trying to win the division for it. Um, but it will sort itself out eventually. And also, it's a kind of like a great going into holding the division for so long that when he leaves, like he leaves the division, sometimes they race to the top because of, for example, the GSP. Whenever he was a champion welterweight, he was when he left. You have Robbie Lawler, Johnny Hendricks, you have Kamaru Usman, Tyron Woodley that were in there. They were holding them, but then the division hasn't been the same after that.
Right.
Those guys that came after GSP, they raced to the top. Um, Boom. Same thing, probably the same thing happening right now with the heavyweight division. John Jones left, and these trying to find who's going to be the next superstar.
Right.
But
Yes.
also, um, the thing about the heavyweight title, for the longest time, the record was three defense. They have been like more than that.
Hmm.
So it's not this division is known for having a superstar that being holding the weight class with
Right.
title for that long.
Yeah.
Not even Randy Couture
Yeah.
was able to do it.
That is crazy. Yeah. Hmm.
There's not something out of the ordinary for this division to be like that. Kind of like out of
Right.
um not having a superstar. Because back in the day, they used to have Team Sylvia, they have Alexander Arlovsky, then you have Team Sylvia won it again. The Randy Couture took it for him. Then the Randy Couture left to do Scorpion King. Then you have Brock Lesnar having becoming the champion. Then Unify Couture versus Brock Lesnar. Then Brock Lesnar has some injury, diverticulitis or something like that, or some sort of injury, and then the Frank Mir became the interim title holder and try to unify against Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar won again. Brock Lesnar beat Shane Carwin. Then Cain Velasquez had it. Cain Velasquez has some injuries. He got knocked out by Junior Dos Santos. Then he came back, beat the shit out of Junior Dos Santos back to back. And lost it to Verdum. Verdum lost to um Stipe Miocic. I think that he's the one that has that title for the longest, beating other guys, overing
Hmm.
other guys. He beat Incano in there as well along the way. But then he has been up and down the division. So it's not a division that had like somebody hold the title for that long.
Right. Right.
But having lack of contenders that being decisively winning, that's the only difference because it's a division of finishers.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's got the power to finish.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a it's a freaking what you call a riot of division.
Yeah.
But those that division need John Jones to like be like a good division for it to like be a puller for pay per view for a big card. I don't know.
Right. Right. I mean, I can't imagine it'll be long before somebody really, steps up and comes in. It doesn't seem to take too long most of the time.
Yeah, it might be Walker, the guy that remember that he's heel hooking people. Maybe the next guy,
Right? Yeah.
just heel hooking everybody.
That'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah, his nickname
Not
is gonna be.
not what you expect for a heavyweight division
Oh
champ.
no, no, he's gonna be the bottom feeder. That's gonna be his nickname.
Defeater.
Just defeated everybody, literally.
Yeah.
Nobody got beat after that. Started from the bottom. Now we here.
Still at the bottom.
Yeah. Who say guard pullers don't win?
Yeah.
In the switching sports, this weekend there was RAF. It's a real American freestyle for wrestling, and they have a couple matches there that they have. Cal Dake, he won this weekend. He's Kid Dynamite, among others. Our girl Helen Morales, she competed this weekend. She won as well her match. Um, I mean that's pretty impressive for her to be that good. I mean, she over the last year or so, she medal bronze in the Olympics. She won, I think it's blue belt in IBJJF. She competed this. I mean, she made the world team again. She competed in Worlds, won gold, and now she competed in this organization for RAF for Real American Freestyle, and she won the title there as well. That's pretty active.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't say. That is crazy. Just racking up the titles right there.
Yeah, and for somebody, I think she's been last. Well, she won the gold in Rio in 2014. She's 34 years old, so she's not that young as far as an
Mm,
athlete for a young sport.
right.
It's usually young people that are more dominant. But it's pretty good that she's in that active. She said she hasn't been competing. She has been training in jiu-jitsu as much recently because obviously she's competing more in wrestling. But man, she's pretty good. Um, I know you remember PD3, Padani the third. He's a wrestler that he won IBGF, Blue Belt. He got kicked out. Remember?
Yeah.
He said back in the day when he was in high school, he used to train with Helen, and she used to beat the shit out of him. He used to hated it. And then he said he was glad that she became the star that she is, so he can
Yeah.
validate himself that
Good. Yeah. At least.
I'm glad that she's a world champion. I can say I got my ass beat by somebody that's actually good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
He used to get embarrassed because his dad used to drive him around and get his ass beat. He used to hate going against her. But he was competing this weekend as well. He went again former he was a gold medalist in the London Olympics. Um I can't remember his name right now. Jake Varner. He is assistant coach for Penn State as well. But he went against PD3. Jake Varner, of course, won. He was able to have a better cardio. Um, Kara Storoshi, the only one in ever we 5-time national champion, competed this weekend against Jackson, and he lost against him. And um, Jackson has been pretty good as far as like getting better. I think he trains out of Princeton, He- uh, uh, Olympic Training Center,
Hmm.
and he's been getting better. Um, but it's impressive going against Karstoroshi. But Karstoroshi is not known for being somebody's. I guess he's like mostly defensive wrestler. He's always good in positions, and when he gets you bad position, that's what he attacks. But he usually uses your attacks and defense to be able to score. But pretty impressive that Nate Jackson was able to beat him
Right.
this past weekend. And the next one, they're talking about they're going to have two MMA fighters, Michael Chandler versus Chad Mendes, two MMA veterans going back to their wrestling roots. Um, what do you think about how freestyle wrestling shapes a toughness and humility in as far as the competition?
But hmm, how it shapes toughness and humility.
Yeah, that grind, the training to be able like to it's like kind of like building blocks for life and also for
Mm,
MMA as well,
mhm.
because you have to be humble at
Yeah.
all times in that toughness of a sport that's not have that much notoriety.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's pretty undeniable. I wonder if part of the reason, uh, well, obviously, I mean, yeah, toughness. Yeah, you have to work crazy hard to be able to you know, um, get to that top level. But I feel like the humility there that you're talking about probably comes a lot from realizing how much work that you have to do to get to that level. You know, it's not like you just walked in there and did it. So I feel like that's kind of a helps with that. But
Yeah, that's what helps the humility of them being two MMA legends, veterans, and going back to competing back into the sport that they started with too. That takes a sort of humility than to going back, like sometimes doing the things to build just to keep him grounded
yeah,
as a sport. Who do you think has the edge
ooh,
on those two?
I'll be honest, I couldn't tell you. I really don't know. What do you think?
I'm not sure how much Shawn Mendes has been training. I see he had posted a lot of elk hunting and stuff like that,
Mhm.
videos, a lot of boxing. His nickname was he had heavy hands as far as boxing, but I can't even remember if he did some bare knuckle at one point. But as far as grappling, he was pretty good back in the day. Um, Cal Poly, that's what he wrestled for in
Okay.
college. It's All American. Boom. I'm not sure how much he's training now. Chandler, he used to grapple and wrestle with Kamaru Usman when he was he Henry Hoof gym.
Hmm.
Usman, I think he's training there anymore. But when they used to wrestle each other, it was a pretty exciting um, back and forth as far as the wrestling. Considering Kamaru Usman was somebody that was at one point considered making the world team for the US or the Olympic team for the London Olympics. That's a high level wrestling. But at this point of their life, Chandler seems to be more active. He has more like as far as competition that are closer to grappling. Now, when he faced Oliveira recently, but I will say Chandler will have the edge on this one.
Yeah.
Darren rather than Mendes. And Mendes has some, I think, psoriasis that he posted before. First on skin condition before.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything posts recently as far as how was he training for.
Mm.
But that really says something about those two, about staying true to foundation, especially going two MMA veterans going back to an event that's not. I mean, this is the third event for Real American Freestyle. First one is in August. Second one was this month. And next one, I think it's gonna be in November. That says something about them.
For sure. Yeah, no doubt there. It would be, yeah, it would be really interesting to see that.
Yeah,
Um,
brings some notoriety to the
mm,
sport.
right.
Um, it is nice to like to bring some exposure as well to the event itself.
Mm,
Um, but it's nice of the part to bring some notoriety, especially to all Americans back in the day.
yeah.
I think Chandler wrestled for Missouri. Ben
Okay.
Askren. Ben Askren School. Tyron
Yep.
Woodley wrestled there too. Missouri.
Hmm.
The Tigers. Boom. Yeah. Um, that is nice to see both of them giving back. Oh, do you see? Now I remember Usman. Do you see that asking about him facing Bilal Muhammad because Bilal Muhammad is right above him? They're asking if he's willing to fight Bilal Muhammad. He said he won't fight him. I mean, he's right in front of him, but he said that Bilal Muhammad have more to win fighting him that he has fighting him. So he doesn't have no interest of fighting him. He'd rather go through
Mhm.
somebody else to get to the title contention.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. Poor Bilal, but
Yeah. Yeah, so somebody that's known, well known. It is no, he's known, but no well known.
yeah.
Wants more to win out of that.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know who he will against. I was gonna say Leon Edwards, but they already had 3 matches, and Leon Edwards won 2 of them,
Hmm.
and the last one was pretty decisive.
It'd be a tough one. That would
Yeah,
be a tough way up.
yeah. Unless he goes against Sean Brady. Sean Brady's a grappler too.
Well, that might be more interesting.
Yeah. See how they will go against each other. That'd be interesting. But I don't know if because would you consider that loss against Hamza Chimaev a loss that will affect his title contention because he went against Hamza Chimaev at 185?
Um, I wouldn't think it would be too much.
Hmm.
Uh, it might. I mean, probably a little bit, but yeah, probably not very much.
Yeah, we consider that kind of like a two different brackets. If you want to sign up for the
Right.
absolute and you sign up for your own division, does it really affect your own division's different
Yeah.
bracket?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think anybody really blames somebody for getting beat by somebody in a very skilled person in a higher weight class. That I mean, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, sure.
That's what's supposed to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he didn't get finished.
Yeah. So
Um, yeah, that's all I have for today. Do you have anything else?
no, that's good.
Okay. You want to close this out?
Sure. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed our recap of UFC 321. Um, give us a listen on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and iTunes. Follow us on Instagram. Give us a like. Let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Hope to hear from you guys. Thank you.